Every time Peter actually went to jail in Family Guy. Stick around till the end to support my delusional dream of becoming a YouTuber. Number 1, got thrown in jail in the Deep South in Season 10, Episode 8. Yup, just your average guy trip gone full Dukes of Hazzard meets Shawshank Redemption.
Next time, that'll be you.
Well, why wasn't it him this time?
Oh, I'm so scared.
Peter, stop it!
Yeah, you're real big when you got that stick, ain't you? Okay, I'll stop now.
Peter had it, sick of doing chores, sick of being bossed around by his wife, and sick of the endless cycle of domestic doom.
Hey, you want to buy some candy bars so we can get some new uniforms for our baseball team?
Where'd you get those candy bars?
Joe was also fed up. Bonnie had him vacuuming the house without leaving wheelchair tracks on the carpet.
Learn to live with it, Bonnie! There are tracks! People make tracks!
Cleveland, stuck listening to Gayle King on XM radio for 19 hours a day thanks to Donna. And Quagmire, he understood the struggle. It took serious effort to keep his bachelor fridge sad enough to reflect his soul.
Let's see, ex-girlfriend's Yo Play, root beer from 2 Julys ago. Here we go, expired milk. Oh my God, Jenny, look how young you look.
So, in true midlife crisis fashion, the guys decided to rebel with a spontaneous road trip to New Orleans, the land of jazz, debauchery, and questionable decisions, because, as Peter put it, it's always beaten season down there.
We all know what's going on here. It's just implied, but we all know what's going on in this thought bubble. The kids don't know, but we do.
Unfortunately, their great escape hit a wall, literally and legally, when they rolled through Georgia and ran into the local sheriff. Peter's attempt to disguise himself as a southern gentleman of refined elegance didn't help much.
Officer, what is it? We are in a tremendous urban rush.
You fellas ain't from around here, are you?
Hey, Sheriff, I'm trying to learn Southern. Is this saying anything? Die.
The sheriff smashed their headlights, threw Joe's badge into the woods, effectively demoting him to regular old guy, and, because this dude was clearly auditioning for Corrupt Cop Monthly, planted drugs in their car and blamed it on them.
Well, looky here. What do we got in this thing?
Oh, come on, you planted that there.
We had drugs? Oh my God, why am I driving drunk when I could have been driving high?
Boom. Arrested. Sentenced to 2 weeks of hard labor at the legendary Dungarees County work camp. Joe was outraged. We're being imprisoned for a crime we didn't even make up.
Yeah, I knew we were in trouble the minute I saw the jury. Well, at least they're a jury of our peers.
I don't think they see it that way, Peter.
Instead of sipping hurricanes on Bourbon Street, the guys found themselves busting rocks under a sun so hot it could melt your regrets.
Oh God, it's so hot out here.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be hot when you heard that lonesome slide guitar and that hawk's cry.
Peter somehow managed to order a jetpack while in prison. Don't ask how, just don't. But even that failed escape plan was a bust.
I'll come back for you guys, I promise.
You're my friend and everything, and I feel bad saying this, but I wanted to see you fail.
Just as they were counting the days till freedom, a prison official announced their sentence was mysteriously extended to 30 days.
What? But the court said we're supposed to go home tomorrow.
Well, the court ain't here, is it?
One longtime inmate ominously whispered, "Ain't nobody ever leaves Dungarees." Turns out this wasn't about justice. It was about free labor with a southern accent.
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. If we're gonna be here a while, I'm gonna find the biggest guy here and kick his ass. Wait a minute, that's me. Oh no, I have a knife.
So, with morale in the toilet, they made a choice. Escape. Because that's how America won the Revolutionary War.
Colonel, the British are too entrenched across the river. I've told the men we'll hold our position.
Negative. Tell the men we're going across.
But Colonel Goatbanger,
No, we need to do this for strategy.
Joe, using his cop smarts, cooked up a plan. He distracted the sheriff with his sensual charm. Please don't picture it for your own sanity. And in the confusion, the boys made their break.
I can't walk. Why the hell can't I walk? This isn't part of the act anymore.
No, don't look. If you make eye contact, you'll have to help.
They leapt onto a passing freight train like old-timey fugitives, bumping and rattling their way back to Quahog. But surprise! Sheriff Redneck and his squad of incompetent deputies were waiting for them, ready to drag them back to Georgia in the name of Southern justice.
Where do y'all think you're going? You boys are fugitives of my county, and I'm gonna take you back.
Oh no!
Plot twist. Joe had secretly called his Quahog PD buddies during a lunch stop. The cavalry arrived, delivering a righteous smackdown to the Georgia goons. Joe topped it off with poetic justice by shooting the sheriff in the leg, just the leg, don't freak out, and warning him, get out of town, and don't come back, y'all.
You know, you got some nerve driving around my town with a busted headlight. And a busted windshield. And an untreated flesh wound.
Moral of the story? A boy's trip sounds fun, until you're breaking rocks in Georgia wondering if jetpacks come with a return policy. Number 2. Peter gets arrested on Thanksgiving, Season 18, Episode 8. Oh man, strap in, because Shanksgiving is the Thanksgiving special where turkey gets swapped for shivs and mashed potatoes are served with a side of chaos.
Sorry, Quagmire. As a not cop, I have to shiv a guy in the Latin gang and then blame it on Cleveland. Ah! Oh! Oh!
No one made me do this. I'm just sick of your overt racism.
The episode kicks off when Lois, in full Martha Stewart mode, invites the entire family over for Thanksgiving dinner.
I can't believe you invited the whole family. You know I hate big Thanksgiving.
Peter naturally flips out, not because of the food, but because he has to drag out the dining table that always jams like it's part of a saw trap.
Yep.
I think it's still stuck.
Is that right? A lot of narration. It's like opening a table with Ken Burns.
Desperate to escape the nightmare of hosting, Peter vents to the boys at the Drunken Clam, confessing his hatred for house guests. Joe chimes in, saying he hates Thanksgiving too, mainly because Bonnie's brother-in-law is a walking humble brag.
Denise, Wendell, it's great to see you.
Wendell. Joseph? It's just Joe. I think you know that.
Quagmire's reason, last year he spent it with expired blow-up dolls, real festive.
Here you go, Carla. See, we can do other things together. How's the turkey? I made it myself. Oh, don't look so surprised. Oh, someone's getting sleepy. Must be the tryptophan.
Then Joe casually mentions that tons of people get themselves arrested just to dodge the holiday. For Peter, it's like hearing the voice of God. If God was whispering, do petty crimes, my son. So Peter ropes Joe, Quagmire, and Cleveland into his master plan. Commit some low-level offenses, spend a chill few days in county jail, and skip Thanksgiving altogether.
I forgot to steal the package.
Simple, right? Well, not quite. Instead of Cozy County Jail, they get rerouted straight to state prison, where the only things getting carved aren't turkeys.
You guys thinking what I'm thinking? Wacky mugshot montage!
Inside, the guys try to lay low, hoping to quietly ride out the weekend. But subtlety isn't in their DNA, and they're immediately sized up as fresh meat.
Damn it, I lost a front tooth! Well, hopefully in the prison yearbook I'll just look like a cute kindergartner. Mad Dog, next time I'm asking for the quote-unquote top bunk. LOL. Love, Pete.
Prison politics run deep. Gang affiliations are mandatory. Joe joins a group of self-proclaimed cop enforcers.
What gang is this?
We're the not cops. We're all definitely not cops.
So, you think firemen are cool?
Firemen cook spaghetti.
Cleveland somehow becomes the Zen-like leader of a Buddhist-themed gang, and Quagmire joins MS-13 by just saying loco. Peter tries to say loco too, but gets rejected hard.
Well, I can be loco. I have a teardrop tattoo on my cheek.
Where? I don't see it.
Not that cheek.
Peter, that's an unwiped watermelon seed.
Loco?
No. No loco.
Now gangless and vulnerable, Peter is offered protection by a group of terrifying skinheads, but only if he does something unspeakably evil.
Oh, you guys are that kind of gang.
This is prison. No one survives on their own, so it's either him or you.
Peter tries to negotiate, suggesting less evil alternatives, like maybe just emotional manipulation? No dice.
Oh, I got an idea. There was this prison movie, and there was this guy who wanted to win over the other prisoners, and you know what he did? He ate 7 eggs. It was amazing. So you bring me 7 or some other reasonable amount of eggs.
Peter, I know it's 50 eggs.
Morally torn, Peter reluctantly agrees, until Quagmire stabs him to stop him. Then Joe stabs Quagmire. Then Cleveland stabs Joe. Finally, Peter stabs Cleveland, because hey, at that point, it's just polite.
Guys, stop! Stop! Look at us. We're shivving each other on Thanksgiving. Oh, wait, no one shivved Cleveland. Ah!
The stab fest nearly sparks a full-on prison riot until Peter, bleeding like a dropped marinara jar, climbs onto a table and delivers an impassioned speech about friendship, the true meaning of Thanksgiving, and how even this mess is better with loved ones than being stuck in a cell playing Survive the Gang Hierarchy.
I just wish she was here so I could tell her I'm sorry.
I am here, Peter.
Not now, prison ladyboy who talks like my wife to please me sexually.
No, Peter, we're here.
Lois shows up for visitation like a guardian angel in yoga pants, assuring Peter she'll wait for him. He apologizes for all the chaos and gets a heartfelt hug, much to the dismay of prison Lois, a rougher, tougher version who now feels betrayed.
Who's your little friend?
Not now, prison Lois.
So it's over? And what was Venice?
Same thing it always was, babe. A dream we both wanted to believe.
Then, out of nowhere, Peter gets an early release, implied to be thanks to some negotiations involving the warden and one very persuasive inmate. The gang makes it home just in time for Thanksgiving, bruised, bandaged, and actually grateful for once.
Donna!
Buddy!
Sex doll!
Oh, yeah!
All right, guys, settle down.
Lesson learned. Next time Peter wants to skip Thanksgiving, maybe just fake the flu instead of joining a prison gang. Number 3, arrested for suspected arson. Season 3, Episode 4. Since 1977, Peter Griffin has had 2 great loves, working at the Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Factory and spending every glorious, greasy second of his free time at the Drunken Clam with his equally dysfunctional besties.
Here you go, boys. Thanks, Horace. So I told my boss I'm not staying in that stupid toy factory. I'm gonna go places.
Oh, that's cool.
The Clam wasn't just a bar, it was their sacred man cave. The floors were sticky, the beer was dirt cheap, and if it wasn't deep fried, it wasn't on the menu.
Quagmire, you forgot to say oh.
Are you sure? Well, I think I did. All right, well, just be safe. Oh!
But then disaster struck. A storm hit Quahog like Meg trying to be cool, violently and tragically. While everyone panicked, Quagmire used the chaos as a dating opportunity. Classic.
Right this way, everyone.
Bless you for helping us, Father.
It's God's wish, my dear. All right.
And just like that, the Clam was destroyed, flattened. Deep-fried dreams, gone.
This is horrible.
You think this is horrible? Try losing a testicle in a knife fight with your mother.
Horace, the longtime bartender with a face that's seen too much, sold the ruins to a fancy British gentleman named Nigel Pinchley, who turned it into an English pub.
There's no more girly magazines in the can. All they got is this David Copperfield.
Wait. Any pictures of his girlfriend?
No pictures at all.
I think we should go.
Peter and the guys were devastated. Their beloved dive bar had been colonized. They tried other bars, but none had the right mix of grime and mild alcoholism.
So, you ladies ever been penetrated?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In a last-ditch attempt to reclaim their territory, they channeled their inner founding fathers, armed themselves with beer, and went to war.
Minutemen, present arms. Load weapons.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
Fire!
Throw the blackguards out! Gentlemen, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
It failed miserably, so obviously they did the next logical thing, attack a British ship with beer in an attempt to reenact the Boston Tea Party.
Peter, what are you doing?
Hey, it may taste like a warm cup of tobacco chewer's spit, but it's still beer, damn it.
Good point. Bottoms up.
That night, the new British bar mysteriously went up in flames. Suspicious? Absolutely. Guess who got blamed? Yup, Peter and the gang.
Well, Tom, it appears the real arsonist is in custody, thanks to an anonymous tip to the authorities.
Good.
The fat guy's struggling. Hit him, you stupid pigs, hit him. Use the billy.
The cops threw them in jail faster than you can say giggity. Prison life wasn't great.
Hey, you and me gonna have a good time together.
Gosh, everybody's so nice here. I mean, they're gonna be disappointed when they find out I'm not gay, but wow.
Joe ran into Steve Bellows, a serial killer he once arrested who now had a vendetta and the kind of face that says, "I eat people."
It's all here in this simulated leather-bound edition of Time Life's Killers of Quahog.
Wow, they're all here. John the Biter, the Berserk Hobo, the Golden Autumn Day Strangler.
Steve promised to murder them all by Saturday. Fortunately, the gang found solace in one thing. They still had time to enter the prison talent show.
Midnight on Saturday? Thank God we can still be in the talent show. From the top, boys. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Meanwhile, Lois, who's used to Peter being dumb, couldn't believe he was that dumb, like arson-level dumb. She suspected that Nigel torched the bar himself for the insurance money and blamed Peter.
Oh, Nigel. Since Peter's been gone, I've been searching for someone new. You know, someone with a sense of danger and adventure.
So naturally, she seduced him to get a confession. Sadly, Bonnie and Loretta weren't there to witness it, probably off being underwritten side characters. But then, plot twist, an insurance investigator who for some reason had been hiding in Nigel's closet, we don't ask questions here, overheard everything. Turns out he'd been investigating Nigel all along, just very creepily.
Oh, bloody hell. What the devil were you doing in the closet anyway?
I came with demand.
Back in prison, just 5 minutes before Steve was supposed to turn them into man burgers, the gang was rescued by, surprise, their wives. Nigel had confessed, and the guys were free to go.
Get ready to die.
Oh. Ow! That hurts. My God, is that what I've been doing to people? I belong here.
The drunken clam was rebuilt exactly the way it was, sticky, smelly, and beautiful. The boys returned to their sacred booth like nothing had happened. As for Nigel, let's just say the British Empire has very high standards for failure. And thus, order was restored to Quahog until the next ridiculous catastrophe knocks on their door. Number 4. Peter almost went to jail for sexism in Season 2, Episode 8. It all started when Peter and his neighbors got a flyer promising a free boat if they attended a timeshare sales presentation. Classic setup.
Woo! I can't wait to get my sea legs. Yeah!
Well, at least I'll be the fattest guy on Spooner Street to get a boat.
Hey, I'm getting a boat.
Aw, man. Even Della Reese is getting a boat.
But during the high-pressure sales pitch at the Quahog Airport Inn, yes, that's a thing, our genius Peter, channeling peak stupidity, chose the mystery box instead of the actual boat.
What, are you crazy? We'll take the boat.
No, not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know how much we've wanted one of those.
Then let's just...
We'll take the box.
Spoiler alert, the box contained comedy club tickets. Meanwhile, Quagmire and Joe cruised home on their shiny new boats, and Lois nearly combusted with rage in the car.
Griffins.
We're nautical now, baby. That's called starboard, but I'll forgive you because you sex me up. Now give me some sugar. Hey, neighbors! Where's your boat?
We didn't take the boat.
At the club, Peter got drunk, as usual, stormed the stage, also as usual, and Brian, being the voice of reason, warned him, "You're not funny." And don't forget the time you asked a group of monkeys how many of them it takes to screw in a light bulb.
3. 1 dirty stinking ape to screw in the light bulb, and 2 dirty stinking apes to throw feces at each other.
Peter, undeterred, poured beer into his own pocket. Yes, really, making it look like he wet himself. The audience loved it, because nothing says comedy like this man just peed his pants.
You guys are stupid and ugly. If there was a stupid and ugly contest, you'd all win. Or lose. Whichever's funnier.
Now high on fake laughter, Peter strutted into work at the toy factory and cracked a sexist joke.
Why do women have boobs? So you got something to look at while you're talking to them.
All the men laughed like it was 1985, but one female coworker overheard, did not vibe with it, and immediately filed a lawsuit.
So you got something to look at while you're talking to them. So you got something to look at while you're talking to him.
Enter Gloria Ironbox, feminist icon and lawyer with biceps bigger than Peter's brain. She gave Peter a choice, jail time or sensitivity training. He picked the latter, naturally.
You are a valued member of our business team, and I will give you a raise tomorrow if you come to work without a shirt on.
Mr. Griffin!
I'm sorry, that came out wrong. Let me try again. Nice ass.
But Peter being Peter, sensitivity training didn't work, so they shipped him off to a women's retreat, because apparently nothing teaches respect like kumbaya circles and womb energy.
You haven't heard a word I've said.
Now, that's not fair. I've heard everything you've said. It's just, you know, there's some subtleties to the rules that aren't so easy to understand. Honk, honk.
Okay, that's it.
At the retreat, Peter whined, "What am I gonna learn at Lady Boot Camp, huh?" Brian gently reminded him that, oh right, he's a serial offender. Like that time you got caught peeping in women's locker rooms.
Okay, move the towel. Move the towel. Oh, they spotted me.
And let's not forget when you used an actual woman as a human puddle bridge so you could stay dry.
Oh, that's a bad mud puddle. I wouldn't want you to step in that and get your nice shoes all ruined.
Upon arrival, the women were surprisingly welcoming. Peter responded with his usual cluelessness.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'll be Charlie, and you can all be my angels. Except you. You'll be Bosley.
While the ladies bonded through gentle touch and emotional connection, Peter, ever the innovator, suggested they sniff each other to form deeper bonds. Groundbreaking stuff.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, comforter. Yeah, oh, yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, oh, it's okay. It's okay to like it. It's very natural. Okay, good. Now smell her a little.
When the group talked about the strength of women, especially surviving childbirth, Peter rolled his eyes and said, "It can't hurt that bad." So naturally, Karma put on her boots.
You wouldn't believe what I had to go through when Lois was pregnant.
Then came the challenge course. Peter, inspired by his own delusions, climbed a tree, and somehow, some way, ended up with his lower lip folded over his head, giving him a first-hand taste of childbirth pain. Karma hit harder than Lois with a frying pan.
Now that you've felt a woman's pain, the learning can begin.
And that, folks, was the moment Peter finally learned to respect women, or at least fear pelvic trauma. In the end, Peter didn't go to jail. He just went to a women's retreat and came back with PTSD and a whole new appreciation for Kegels. Number 5, Peter goes to jail for injuring Cleveland Jr. In the Family Guy episode, A Shot in the Dark, Peter Griffin once again turns a minor inconvenience into a full-blown disaster. Because of course he does. It all starts with a perfectly innocent and perfectly moldy couch the guys drag out to the front yard and christen their new beer-drinking HQ.
Sure is cloudy today.
Good. You could have also responded to Janet, who said her son died.
I'm sorry your son died on such a cloudy day.
Life's good, that is, until the city confiscates the couch like it's a nuclear weapon.
You're saying you were
Oh, I get it. The Fonz can't say wrong.
No, Peter, he's 70. He's having a stroke.
Furious at the injustice, Peter and his crew form a neighborhood watch, despite Joe, the only actual cop, specifically warning them not to bring guns. But this is Peter we're talking about. The more illegal, the more fun. He promptly arms himself like he's prepping for the next Call of Duty, leaving Joe utterly baffled as to how Peter managed to smuggle in more weapons than the US Army.
Like pressing that easy button at the office supply store.
Hey, thanks for all your help. No problem. Why don't you go ahead and hit the easy button, okay? What did I just do? Don't worry about it.
After one suspiciously peaceful night of patrolling, Peter starts feeling like a superhero. Lois tries to talk him down, but Peter insists he's taking this job very seriously, like Curious George during tax season.
Oh, I see. Trying to figure out a way to deduct bananas?
Ah, 'cause I eat bananas. Terrific. Hey, you're inside, so don't wear a hat. Unless you're leaving, which would be terrific also.
The next night, Peter spots a suspicious shadow sneaking into Cleveland's house. Without thinking, as usual, he opens fire, hitting none other than Cleveland Jr., who was just listening to music with noise-canceling headphones, oblivious to Peter's panicked yelling.
Oh my God!
Peter, where are you? Peter? Okay, I'm starting a good wife without you.
Phew! Unlike you, I just dodged a bullet.
At the hospital, Cleveland and Donna are livid. They're convinced Peter acted out of racial prejudice, and Cleveland Jr. confirms he didn't hear a thing.
Why the hell were you climbing in the window of your own house anyway?
My dad says opening the door lets out too much air conditioning.
I already have a bullet in my son. I don't need one in my wallet.
Joe tries to play peacemaker, claiming the investigation ruled it an accident, but Cleveland is having none of it and kicks Peter out, leaving him more heartbroken than that time he drove past a speed limit enforced by aircraft sign. Things escalate fast. Cleveland goes on TV demanding the city charge Peter with a hate crime. Peter protests that he loves all ethnicities equally, especially if they bring good food.
I love blacks, I love Asians, hell, I even love gay Aborigines.
Nevertheless, the Griffins become public enemy number 1, and Peter gets labeled a racist faster than you can say canceled.
Sorry! I'm sorry! It's never been this bad before. What do we do?
What we always do.
I'm in charge of my head. That much I know!
Determined to make amends, Peter shows up at Cleveland's house with liquor and cigars, and accidentally burns it to the ground, because of course he does. His screaming during the chaos is mistaken for threats, and to avoid a full-blown riot, Joe arrests Peter on the spot.
Don't worry, Dad! I'll send you a cake with a file in it!
These are just the owner manuals for all our kitchen appliances. Well, guess I finally have time to learn to reset the clock on the coffee maker.
He never did.
As soon as Peter sets foot in jail, he immediately catches the eye of a tough-looking gangster who tells him with alarming confidence that he's going to win Peter's heart.
You're not gonna rape me, are you?
Of course I'm not gonna rape you. I'm gonna make you fall in love with me. Then, we'll see what happens.
Oh, no. It's already working.
Peter is visited by his wealthy father-in-law, Carter, who only offers legal help to protect his reputation. During the trial, Cleveland Jr. gives a heartfelt speech, which Carter's lawyer promptly trashes by accusing Jr. of being a thug because he listens to rap.
I put the gun to you, I'll kill you, I'll chop you up, put you inside the mattress like drug money.
Well, I was listening to Neil Sedaka's Hanukkah album.
The lawyer even tricks him into holding a knife, turning it into evidence of how dangerous he is. After the trial, Cleveland announces he's done with Peter, but when the angry mob suddenly turns on his family, Peter, in a rare burst of heroism, steps in, takes full responsibility, and admits he shot Junior.
He didn't do anything to me. He's a good kid from a good family. I just got scared and I did something stupid. I swear it had nothing to do with the color of his skin, but I did shoot him.
Cleveland is so touched that he also confesses to shooting his own son. The mob, confused and weirdly bored by the idea of black-on-black violence, just leaves.
Mr. Brown, what exactly are you saying?
I'm saying that I, Cleveland Brown, a black man, shot Cleveland Brown Jr., another black man.
In the end, Peter apologizes to Cleveland Jr., who forgives him, but just as Peter breathes a sigh of relief, Jr. leans in, gives him a death glare, and whispers something vaguely threatening. Then he laughs and walks away, leaving Peter standing there wondering if he just got forgiven or marked for future vengeance.
I'm gonna be coming for your ass.
What's that now?
I'm saying it's on. You ever feel the cool steel of a switchblade pressed against your temple?
And that's how Peter Griffin ended up in jail. Not for the shooting, not for arson, but for being way too Peter in public. Number 6, getting thrown in jail for welfare fraud. Season 1, Episode 1. Peter hits rock bottom when he can't land a job until Brian, everyone's favorite alcoholic talking dog, suggests he apply for unemployment benefits.
Jeez, Brian, that's a great idea.
Sounds simple, right? Well, thanks to a bureaucratic hiccup the size of Meg's self-esteem issues, Peter ends up receiving $50,000 a week in welfare checks.
Boy, who would have thought getting drunk at a stag party would get me $150,000 a week from the government?
And instead of going, this seems sketchy, he throws on a fur coat, pops champagne, and starts living like he's in a rap video from 2005.
Yeah, I'd like 6,000 chicken fajitas, please.
I beg your pardon?
6,000 chicken fajitas.
And a sausage McBiscuit, please.
When Lois finds out her husband is basically Robin Hood in reverse, stealing from the poor and giving to himself, she's furious.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore, Peter.
The man I married would never think he could fix a problem just by spending money.
Peter, in a burst of what can only be described as financial psychosis, decides to make it right by buying a hot air balloon and throwing cash over a football stadium, because nothing says sorry for committing fraud like raining dollar bills from the sky.
The crowd is storming the field. This is pandemonium. Have you ever seen anything like this, Pat?
Spoiler alert, the balloon gets shot down faster than Peter's dignity, and he ends up in jail. On his first night, he gets a true taste of prison life. The kind that makes you really appreciate toilet privacy and not being serenaded by your cellmate with a toothbrush shiv.
Oh, I tell you, Brian, all the rumors about dropping the soap are true.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you can't hold on to that thing to save your life. Oh, it was slipping all over the place. Guys were laughing.
Hey, there's a guy who couldn't hold on to the soap.
Oh, that was classic.
Peter starts freaking out that Lois might leave him for someone else. Like literally anyone else.
Oh, come on. If every woman dumped her husband just for crashing a blimp into the Super Bowl, no one would be married.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I got the top bunk.
But Brian reassures him, probably while sipping martinis out of a dog bowl. A few days later, Peter's trial goes about as well as expected. Guilty of welfare fraud, sentenced to 2 years in prison. Luckily, Stewie shows up with a mind control device, because apparently baby geniuses with laser guns are cool with obstruction of justice.
Okay, I mean, sexual harassment suit.
I don't think so.
Absolutely outrageous. Okay, disability claim.
Bonus flashbacks. In Season 4, Episode 22, Peter reminisces about his prison time, including that one magical moment when he was forced to sing Milkshake to entertain a group of hardened gangsters. Nothing says prison respect like shaking what your mama gave you.
Do it! My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I have to charge.
In Season 13, Episode 17, Peter gets arrested again, this time for allegedly plotting something shady against Liam Neeson. Ironically, it's Neeson himself who bails him out, proving that even tough guys have a soft spot for idiots.
Please, I'll do anything. Anything you want. Just don't kill me.
What could you possibly do for me?
I'll shine your shoes, or scrub your toilets, or coil your penis. The internet tells me that's something you might have a need for.